Hey everyone, this presentation is a review for how to write central ideas using our content standards as a guide. We will review what a concept is, then walk through the steps we can take to write a central idea together with our teams. We want to be careful that we are using concepts to help us write our central ideas and that we are not instead choosing topics. The difference between a concept and a topic is that a concept is broad, abstract, timeless, and universal, whereas a topic might be one, two, or even three of these categories, but not fit all four. Thinking of the American Revolution as an example, the American Revolution is broad. We could study the art of the time period, the music of the time period. We could study the history of the actual revolution. We could read books about the American Revolution. And so I would consider that topic broad. Um, but on the flip side, is it universal? Can we find examples of the American Revolution across cultures? No, the American Revolution is specific to just us here in the United States. So, because the American Revolution does not fit in all four of these categories, we would consider that a topic instead of a concept. A good example of a concept, on the other hand, could be revolution. Revolution is broad. It could be studied across multiple subject areas. It's abstract. If we asked 2 to 3 people to draw a picture of what revolution looks like, particularly if we asked someone from Africa, someone from France, and someone from the United States to draw that picture, it would look different across each three of those drawings. Revolution is timeless. 100 years ago, revolutions were occurring, and 100 years from now, they will still likely be occurring. And revolution is universal. We find examples across cultures throughout the world. To get started writing our central ideas, we first need to know what our theme descriptor, and standards are that are going to make up the unit. In this particular example, we'll be using kindergarten. Who we are is our theme, rights and responsibilities is our theme descriptor, and we have 4 standards, 2 science and 2 social studies standards. Once we know what theme, descriptor, and standards we'll be teaching as part of the unit, we need to deep dive into the standards to try to find concepts that will be taught within. Looking at standard K-LS1-1, we see the concepts of patterns and needs repeat over and over again. Standard K-ESS3-1 includes the concepts of relationships, needs, living things, resources, systems, and patterns. Looking at the 2 social studies standards that will be taught in this unit, we see the concept of responsibilities and the concept of rules. Now that we know our theme, descriptor, and standards, and have identified the concepts within the standards, we can begin to craft our central idea. We will do this by writing a short statement that starts with a concept. In the middle, we will add a strong verb, then we will finish with another concept. It is recommended that each team member write 1 to 2 central ideas on their own. Then the team can have a discussion about all of the central ideas and decide together which is the best central idea that is aligned to the standards, the theme, and the descriptor. When crafting our central ideas, there are some things we want to consider. First, we want to make sure that we include 2 or more concepts in our statement. We also want to make sure that we are using an active present tense verb. We want to avoid using proper and personal nouns, so words such as I, me, or we should be avoided. We also want to avoid the use of to be and to have verbs. We want to make sure that we're writing in a complete sentence. And finally, we want to make sure that this language that we use is accessible to our students. The central idea is a statement that they will hear, investigate, and work to understand throughout our unit. Here are some ideas our team came up with when performing this same activity to write a central idea for this kindergarten unit. For example, number 2, living things share resources. Notice that living things and resources are both concepts, while share is a strong verb. Number 7, living things need resources to ensure survival. Once again, we have the concepts of living things, resources, and survival. Our verb is ensure. Number 9, rules impact the environment. Here we have the concepts of rules and environment and the verb impact.